Yeah, what's goody, y'all? It's your boy Cameron. I'm back with another reaction video. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? How you guys day going? Comment down below. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Today we're reacting to father of murdered 22-year-old college student unleashes hell on Congress. You woke up a beast and you pissed off the wrong daddy. First and foremost, I want to start by saying, may this individual rest in peace. My condolences go out to our loved ones and anyone that may have been affected by the situation. Someone unfortunately did die in the situation, so I want to start by sending my prayers and condolences out to those that may have been affected by the situation. The title don't give too much explanations as to what's going on. I think this is a situation where a man, clearly somebody got killed in the situation. Doesn't explain how, so let's get into this video and see what's actually going on. Before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with the like button, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video. Also, if you guys have any videos like from react to social media sites in the description below, feel free to send them in and I'll react to them. With that being said, let's get right into this video.
How many of y'all have kids? I'm just curious. Here's what I need you to do. When I tell you this story, think about your kids. Think about your child coming home from a night out with their friends, laying down, going to sleep, feeling somebody come in the room and wake them and drag her out of bed, naked, forced on her knees, with her hands over her head, begging for her life, begging for her hero, her father, me, that couldn't be there. She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 goddamn times,
Holy shit.
25 felonies, was on the street. How about that? How good are we doing for our family? How good are you doing for your kids? He should have been in jail for over 140 years for all the crimes he committed. You know how much time he spent in prison?
A year.
A little over 600 days in 10 years. He's only 30 years old. He was committing 2.65 crimes a year since he was 15 years old, but nobody could figure out that he couldn't be rehabilitated. Well, you'd have to put him in prison to see if he could be rehabilitated. Isn't that the idea of prison? But no, my daughter wanted to be a teacher. She finally figured it out 2 weeks before she was executed. And I haven't heard a damn word from Byron Gibson in South Carolina. Not one word. 4 months, no communication. His biggest concern was that he was pissed off about my interview and how I made him look on the Fox News channel with Trey Gowdy. How pathetic is that? That we're letting our 22-year-old kid visiting friends. It's all she ever wanted to do was visit friends. And she literally was executed while on her knees, begging for her life. Her name's Logan Federico, not Irina. And you will not forget her. I promise you. You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter. You need to fight for the rest of our children, the rest of the innocents, and stop protecting the people that keep taking them from us. Please. You have the power. We put you in the power to do what you have to do. We're asking you, we're begging you all to stop this. 39 crimes in 10 years, man. 25 felonies. Can anybody here explain to me, well, how possibly he could be on the street?
This is the second time or second video that I've reacted to where an individual was let out of jail with such an extensive record that they've been arrested. And it's like, it's a cycle that just keeps happening. 30 crimes and 25 felonies. He shouldn't have been outside no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one to be like, oh yeah, go sit in jail. That I'm not one to do that. But this dude definitely needed to go sit somewhere. You understand? Being out in public should have never been an option for him after all of this time. And the crazy part is that's I think that's the same place where the other girl that got stabbed in the train is from. The same place. So it seems like definitely got a problem down there where people are going down there committing crime after crime after crime after crime, and nothing is happening to them. And they're just out taking, I'm not gonna say taking multiple lives, but they're taking people from their loved ones because the judicial system is failing to do their part. This is another situation where I feel like a judge needs to be held accountable for this man being out on the streets, or seeing some kind of repercussion behind this, because that's like the facts speak for themselves, and I don't think this man's lying. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care what color you from, where you from, what you jack, whatever the case may be. Nobody deserves to lose their loved ones. You understand? Especially to no bullshit. And they didn't even say they didn't even say what made him. You understand? Like they didn't even explain the crime. He just explained how he lost his daughter. And that alone should speak for itself. Like that's foul, bro. 22 years old, that's foul, bro.
Possibly be on the street. How is it possible? I could sit down in a room and I could explain the whole process of how it failed, how South Carolina failed, Logan. Okay? How lack of communication. What y'all did, you woke up a beast and you pissed off the wrong daddy. Because I'm going to put it out there. And I'm not going to be quiet until somebody helps. Logan deserves to be heard. Everyone on this panel deserves to be heard. And we will. Trust me. My daughter laid on the floor for 7 hours before somebody in that house recognized that something was wrong. And that career criminal, an hour later, went on a spending spree with her debit card.
No, that's wild.
When they saw his face on a video, they didn't have to do a check. He was arrested so many times, they knew who he was. They knew exactly where to go get him. Pathetic.
No, word. That's crazy.
Absolutely pathetic that I'm here today. Thank you for your time.
Now, the 30-year-old Alexander Dickey, who has a history of criminal offenses, is scheduled for a court appearance for a bond hearing that's later today in Columbia. He faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder, following the death of 22-year-old Logan Federico. Police say Federico Dickey shot and killed the college student from Waxhaw during a burglary at her friend's home in Columbia. Dickey also faces other charges, including burglary, weapons possession, arson, and larceny. Well, those who know and love Federico remembered her as vibrant and caring, an individual dedicated to becoming a teacher. Her father, Stephen, says he is dealing with the terrible pain and suffering of losing a child to senseless violence.
I'm officially the father of a murdered child. I'm going to figure out how to make kids safer at colleges and campuses and frat houses and stuff.
It sucks that it takes for these kind of things to happen for people to open their eyes and realize that certain shit is going on in the world and nobody's doing nothing about it. You understand? And I feel for this father at the end of the day. I'm not a father and I don't have kids, but I never had to feel that kind of pain. But I can only imagine losing a loved one who was out there in the world trying to do some good. You understand? Going to work, going to school, being a good, you know what I'm saying? Being a good person. It don't say too much about who she was or what she did, but clearly this crime don't have nothing to do with who she was as a person. You understand what I'm saying? So for that to happen to her, I can only imagine how he feels. But at the end of the day, again, it sucks that these kind of things have to happen. For somebody to wake up and be like, yo, we got to put our foot down and we got to do something about this shit because it keeps happening. This shit is disgusting from the beginning to end. And it's 5 minutes and we still got 3 minutes left. Absolutely disgusting. A girl going to hang out with her college friends gets stripped out of her bed, butt ass naked, shot in her face and killed. Left there for 7 hours, and then you took her fucking card and went shopping with the card. That is insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the wildest shit I've ever heard. And these are the kind of people that they keep going to jail and you let them out. Keep going to jail and let them out. That shit is crazy, bro. Or that y'all keep letting them out until they do some shit they can't come back from.
22-year-old Logan Federico was randomly shot and killed during an alleged home invasion near the University of South Carolina. Police say Logan had just returned to the house where she was staying when she came face to face with an intruder. Columbia police believe she was one of at least 10 victims targeted by the same man, a suspect accused of breaking into homes, stealing cars, using stolen credit cards, and eventually setting a house on fire. Now, friends and family are left mourning a young woman whose life was cut short.
And please keep my daughter and your family in our prayers.
Breaks into one of the Cypress Street homes, and he steals keys to a vehicle and several items, including a firearm, after he was rummaging through rooms. The suspect also breaks into the home next door. These houses are side by side. And he steals several items, including a wallet and credit and debit cards. While in this residence, we believe that he enters a room where Miss Logan is located and fires a fatal shot.
Logan was discovered by her friends later that morning. Investigators say the man accused of killing her went on a multi-day crime.
Where was anybody else? Where was everybody else when this shit happened? Nobody heard the gunshot. Nobody was in the house. You know what I'm saying? 7 hours is crazy that nobody even knew the girl got shot in the crib. That's crazy. And she went there to see her friends. I don't know.
Stealing a car and using money and items taken from homes.
He uses stolen credit and debit cards to go to multiple stores in Lexington County. He ultimately drives to Saluda County and attempts to make additional fraudulent purchases. While at a location in Saluda County, the stolen vehicle breaks down. This leaves Dickie somewhat stranded. He then calls for a tow service to move his stolen vehicle from Saluda to a residence in Gaston County, which is in Lexington County. And this is a home of another female acquaintance.
At this time, police had identified Dickie as a person of interest and began tracking transactions made with the stolen credit cards. Investigators say they eventually located him and surrounded the home where he was staying. Dickie allegedly fled the scene, stole another car, and reportedly crashed it a short time later.
Bro,
according to police,
this nigga was just out wilding. This nigga was just out wilding. And the rap sheet speak for itself, bro. The nigga was just out wilding.
The following day, he returned and broke into the home of the same female acquaintance. As officers attempted to get him to surrender, they say Dickie allegedly set the home on fire.
As law enforcement is giving him commands, the house or the residence becomes engulfed in flames. It's set on fire. Dickie is extracted through a window, taken into custody by the Lexington County Sheriff's Department, and he was taken to a hospital where he was treated and released.
Dickie was arrested and charged with multiple crimes, including murder, burglary, arson, grand larceny, and more.
Hey, look, man, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying, when this young girl rests in peace, my condolences go out to her father, mainly, and anyone else that may have been affected, her friends. Condolences out to anyone that may have been affected by the situation. This is a horrific situation. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not one to sit up with the race card. I don't give a shit about where you're from. You understand? Wrong is wrong, right is right, and that's that. You understand? This dude didn't belong to be free. You understand? And the same way he killed that girl, the same thing needs to happen to him. Let her father do it. Let her father do it. Because you was just out wilding. You had no type of humanity into you, no type of sympathy, nothing. For nobody, nothing. People out working, busting their ass, trying to make a living for themselves, and you out just robbing niggas, taking their shit and spending like tomorrow. He was wilding, bro. You understand? And again, like I said, it sucks that these situations have to happen or occur for somebody to speak up to the system that keeps failing people, letting dudes like this out to run the world and do whatever the hell they want to do. My biggest thing when it comes down to these shits is like, everyone in America, not everyone in America, but most of America is screaming, get the immigrants out of here. Get the immigrants out of here. The motherfuckers that be wilding and bugging out is right here. Running around losing their mind is right here. Bugging out right here. Can't get what they want, mad at the world, want to go out and start doing dumb shit. They live right here. Why don't we start locking the asses up first before we who else is here? Let's do that. This shit is sad, bro. The girl ain't do no wrong. It's not like she was out late with anybody. It wasn't like she was in the wrong place, wrong time situation. Bro, she was living her life in the house. Dude just broke in. Like, y'all heard what the father said, bro. That shit is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, man. This is why I'm strong, and I wish that every state had the laws, or you had the right to allow to bear arms inside your house, and everyone would be mandatory to get it. Cause niggas like this wouldn't be running in niggas' houses. He would think twice. Now, granted, the crime rate gonna spike, yeah, cause motherfuckers gonna get shot left and right. But I bet you these people like him ain't gonna be running people's houses no more. I bet you they don't. Taking people's shit, spending their cars, stealing their cars, and spending their money, taking their cars and shit. I bet you that shit stop. This is disgusting, bro. You know what I'm saying? May she rest in peace. And shout out to her father, man. You lost your daughter, and you let that shit be heard, bro. You understand? Let that shit be heard. Complete innocence, bro. Complete innocence. Stand up, speak up, bro. Do what you gotta do. Don't let nobody forget about your daughter. Make as much noise as you need to make, because at the end of the day, this is unacceptable, bro. This is the second video in the last 30 days that I didn't seem like this. Of dude just keep getting out after arrest after arrest after arrest after arrest, and they allowed to just keep doing what the fuck they want to do. That shit is crazy. Go scream at Congress, get that judge locked up, and have his ass executed. Let you do it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only right way to go out about it. I don't think nothing else is justifiable or even gonna make you feel better. Yeah, it's not gonna bring your daughter back. But it's not right for dudes like him to keep doing what they're doing and nothing happens to them. They go sit in jail, and that's that. Anybody gonna care because she was a little white girl. But at the end of the day, bro, it's not cool. It's not right. It's not right. So again, shout out to the father. You keep making as much noise you need to make until you feel like you got the justice that little girl deserved. May she rest in peace, and whatever happens to this dude, he deserves. Everyone out there that you know, just be careful, be safe, be careful. I can't say be aware of your surroundings because the girl was in the house. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, try to keep an eye out and try to stay safe, because it's real scary out there. You understand? It happens to the people that you least expect it to happen to, or you think it's not you until they're breaking into your crib. So everyone out there, just be careful and stay safe. And that's that. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys want to watch this video. Until next time, I'll see y'all.